that's why I'm revising it. Okay. So the cartilages and ligaments pictures I have to shown it in here, and the structure, how the spine looks, and the rib. I told you, know how many pairs of rib bones are present in our body, Mariam.
How many what?
How many pairs of bones present in ribs?
In ribs, there's 12 on each side.
12?
12 on the right and left.
Yeah, good. 12 on right and 12 on left. Okay. So totally there are 24 bones in ribs. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then bone types that you told it in a clear way. There are 4 types of bones: long bone, short bone, flat bone, and irregular bone. Okay. So the axial portion, these are the bones that are present in our body that I have given you as scientific names. Okay.
Yeah.
That we have discussed in the previous classes itself. So there are 2 types of skeleton. What are they? Axial and appendicular. Okay.
Yeah.
So axial portion contains the skull and the spine portion and the rib cage. Okay. Do you remember that? What are the portions that will be included in appendicular skeleton areas?
It's legs, arms, shoulder, and pelvic.
Yeah, good. Okay. Yeah, so you got
Is it
remember.
pelvis? Is it pelvis or pelvic?
Pelvic, you can some of the people will tell as pelvic, some of the pelvis. Okay, it's better to, we have to pronounce it in pelvic. Okay, the spell is pelvic, isn't it? So we have to tell it in pelvic. The some of the people we used to the words, some of the doctors will tell it in pelvic, such like that. Okay, so don't get confused. You have to spell it with their spelling. Okay, so you have to tell it is pelvic. Okay, not pelvis and all. So here I have given you 6 major functions, isn't it so? So I think you didn't note these 6 points. Have you noted it?
No, let me just write.
No, you have to. You have to note it down. Just note it down. There are 6 major functions. What are they? Support, movement, protection of blood cells, storage of minerals, endocrine regulations. Okay. I told you, for the movement of our body, the bone have to support the muscles. So for the main function of the bone is for supporting our body.
Yeah.
Then for movement also the bone supports us. If you think we have to walk to one extent to other extent, the body and our bones have to support us, isn't it so? So by the support only, the bone got moved, and it protects us from what? How does the bone protects us? I told you.
How does
Just
it
tell
protect
me
us?
how the bone protects us. Just tell me.
It protects inside so it doesn't damage anything.
Yeah, inside organisms. It protects our inside organs. What are the organs that are present inside the bones?
The organs are like lungs, heart.
Yeah, good. So these are the yeah. Tell me.
Also like the brain.
Okay. So the skull, which protects brain, and the rib cage, which protects lungs, heart, and all, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that way it protects us. And by the storage of minerals, so what are the minerals it stores in the within the bone?
The minerals. There's marrow.
What does the bone contain? I told you what the bone contain which mineral, Mariam?
What's it called? Calcium.
Yeah, calcium. So it stores what? Minerals. Calcium minerals. It is one of the mineral. It is storing it inside the bone. But not only calcium, it also stores what we say iron, such like that. Okay. There are many
Yeah.
minerals. Magnesium, potassium. These are all comes under what? Minerals. So they store those minerals and all. But what? But calcium is the major portion of the mineral that bone stores. Okay. So
Yeah.
and endocrine regulation, by these ways the bone function depends on. Okay. So until
Mhm.
this we have discussed already. So here we are going to for the next topic. Okay, bone tissues.
Yeah.
So bone tissues means, put the heading Mariam, just note it down. We are going to the next topic as bone tissues.
Yeah. Let me just do that.
So bone tissues means there are different layers of bone tissues. Okay. What do you think about bone tissues? What does bone tissue mean? Do you have any idea, or do you have any suggestions regarding bone tissues and all, Mariam?
Like the bones, like what's made, like made the bone.
Yeah, what's made the bone? It's okay, somewhat okay, but the layers of the bones we called it as tissues, bone tissues. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, the layers of the bones we called it as bone tissues. So we are in the skin. We are having different layers. It is, isn't it so? In
Yeah.
the skin itself, with the upper layer is the external layer. To the next to that the topmost layer, we are having another layer. So like the tissues of the, or like our skin, there are different layers which is present in bones also. Okay, there are here there are four layers of bone tissues. So the layers we represented as what? Tissues. Okay, it's made up of fine tissues only, no, Mariam. The topmost layer and next layer and the next layer and the next layer, like that only. No, the bones will be arranged. The bone tissues will be arranged. Okay, our
Yeah.
skin also our skin also contains such layers. There will be 7 to 8 layers in our skin, such like that. There will be layered arrangements only. There will be present in bones also. Okay, like our skin, muscles. I haven't taught you about muscle system. So when we go to the muscular system, we will discuss it in a wider way. Okay, so there
Yeah.
will be layers. So if you take a bone as a whole thing, means there will there will be what? And different layers. Okay,
Yeah.
there will be different layers. So the topmost layer we called as what? The peristorium. Okay,
Mhm.
okay, just note the spelling.
Yeah. I'm just writing it down.
Periosteum is the external layer which is dense and tough shelled one. Okay,
Yeah.
where the outermost layer will be somewhat thicker and it will be denser in shape. Okay, denser one, and it is somewhat hard also. Okay,
Yeah.
the outermost one we called as what? Peristeum, and uh, that will be linked with what? Frequently linked with our blood cells. Okay, just
Yeah.
think our above the bones there will be muscles. Okay, when we come to muscles, there will be a movement of what? Blood cells, isn't it so,
Yeah.
Mariam? So
Yeah.
if you take what we say, if you take bone means to the external part of the bone only the blood vessels and the muscles will be present. So the
Yeah.
external portion contains blood vessels. Just keep that in mind. Okay. So this is the external portion. Above this bone only, see, if you consider this as a bone means, are you seeing it, Mariam? I'm drawing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we are having muscles over here means it contains what? Blood cells. Isn't it so? This portion
Yeah.
contains blood cells. So
Mm-hmm.
this is the external portion and that we called as what? Peristeum. This will be dense. Okay, this
Yeah.
portion of the tissue bone tissues will be somewhat dense and it will be rough. Okay, when we
Yeah.
take a bone of some animal means the outer and if you think, Mariam, just think that if do you like a leg the leg piece of chicken, we will
Yeah.
roast it and we will eat those. Okay, we used
Mm-hmm.
to do those now, Mariam. So we will fry
Yeah.
it and we will eat. So the external, the muscle portion, we eat it fully. Okay. What about the
Yeah.
bone portion? The internal bone portion, the surface of the leg bone will be what? Will it be soft, tender, or will it be hard or tough one?
It'll be tough.